Alright, here we go. Let's give a quick overview and review of what we got on the Beastmaster Titanstrike. Okay, so the main thing we're going to get is Hades' Bond. Hades will now fight for you as a companion. That is like the complete best thing in the world for Beastmaster. Having a secondary pet to be able to translate your, what's it called? The bestial rage, your different cleaves, your different stuff. That's just a ton more damage added on. First rank we got is Beastmaster. Increase the damage dealt by your dire beast by 12%. So that's going to be the extra damage that you're going to summon. It also generates that 24 focus, which is really good. That doesn't change as of yet. Let's check these next ones. So Spitting Cobras increases the damage dealt by Cobra Shot by 3%. So arguably probably 9% in the long run, so decent damage boost. Then we got Focus of the Titans, passive, increases damage dealt by a multi-shot by 5%. That's probably good, but realistically it's not going to be as good for bosses or solo bosses on Spitting Cobras throughout like one-on-one boss fights. Those both link up to Spirit Bond, which is passive. Kill command heals you for 15% of the damage it deals. That's actually not bad. As I was going through the story quest stuff, I was losing a lot of HP, and realistically without a tank pet, that's going to help out a lot, give you a lot of damage and heals back. That's if they generate enough damage, but there should be 2 pets, so hopefully that'll generate a lot more HP back. I'd say it sounds pretty good so far. Mimron Shell. Passive. Aspect of the Turtle also heals you for 10% of your maximum health over its duration. So Aspect of the Turtle allows you to deflect all attacks and damage you take by 30% for 8 seconds. Another way to get your HP back up. This one seems like it's going to be a lot better than Spirit Bond, but Spirit Bond you're going to be able to activate a lot more, so could be a lot different between this one being better than that one. We'll see it when we get it. Then we got Natural Reflexes. Increases you and your pet's dodge chance by 2%. That'd be really good if you had like a tank pet and you were looking to kind of solo. But when it comes into going into dungeons or raids, probably not going to be the best thing, so your path is probably going to go through Mimron Shell instead. Unless the Hunter's Advantage and those things are good. Let's look at Jaws of Thunder. Passive. Kill command has a 10% chance to deal an additional 50% of damage as nature damage. So, Jaws of Thunder definitely links up with the Spirit Bond, so that'd be something good to get, and then go up towards Jaws of Thunder. Let's do this one before we do the actual special. Hunter's Advantage. When you see misdirection on your pet takes 35% less damage for 8 seconds. Once again, really good for solo, not so good for not solo. Bosses and stuff, that's really going to be ineffective when you're doing raids. But, cool talent nonetheless. Alright, let's get into the first of the big mastery skills. Master of the Beast. Hades also benefits from Bestial Wrath and Beast Cleave, and also deals damage with Kill Command. So far, the best thing I'm seeing is Spirit Bond for Kill Command, 15% extra HP, some extra damage, then Master of the Beast allowing Hades to do it as well, so you can benefit the most from that. Alright, so let's keep going up this tree real quick. We got Furious Swipes. Increases damage dealt by Beast Cleave 10%. Great for clearing up multiple mobs, but once again, we want to think about raid 1v1. Typically, you're going to do you versus the boss. There are some AoE stuff, so it does help out overall, but not as much as one-on-one as you'll need. Let's jump over to here. We got Wilderness Expert. Increases duration of Aspect of the Wild by 1 second. Looks like it's got 3, so probably 3 seconds. What that does is grant you and your pet 10 focus per second and 10% increased critical strike for 10 seconds. What that's going to do is make that 13 seconds, so it's going to give you an extra 30 focus, which is going to be another Cobra Shot, which is nice. Extra 3 seconds worth of 10% increased critical strike, which is going to be good, and your auto attacks and your pet's attacks. So overall, that is a really good move That's probably the best one in the line so far that I've seen, minus the Spinning Cobra. Alright, so let's see what their big skill is. You got Titan's Thunder. Discharge a massive jolt of electricity from Titanstrike into your pet and dire beast, causing them to deal up to 4,447 nature damage to their target every 1 second for 8 seconds. Okay, so this is definitely a situational, really good move. You're going to want to make sure that when you drop your dire beast, that you press that as well and not do it in the opposite order. I would assume that's not going to be retroactive once you use it, then you use dire pets, that's not going to then apply to your pets, but realistically with how this is, it'll apply to both your pets plus the third pet on there, so that's 3 sets of damage that's coming in for 4,447 per second for 8 seconds, so that's really going to be a lot of damage that's going to go out throughout. Alright, so let's see, we went over Fury Swipes. Let's see Pack Leader. Pack Leader increases damage dealt by kill command 5%. Once again, that kind of wraps back around to these ones, getting that kill command, getting that Bestial Wrath, getting that extra damage, giving you extra heals. So, really good move. Looking like it's going to be another 15%. Another way to boost your pet's damage, especially with the Master of Beast, it's going to be able to boost it even more. So, definitely worth getting. Granted, I think you can get everything overall, but for the time being, that's definitely something that you want to kind of focus on, whether you come up this way or come up that way. Realistically, I would go down this, then come up and around and snag that one and come get these and skip those two. They're nice, but they're not really useful when you're doing real raid stuff. Alright, Pathfinder reduces the cooldown of Aspect of the Cheetah by 60 seconds. Making that a 2-minute cooldown. 3 minutes for that cooldown is already ridiculous, even though it's only a 12-second kind of buff. Yeah, it's a lot, but realistically, compared to a lot of the other classes and their speed up, really hit the biggest since I come back from Cataclysm. So that's something that would definitely help that a lot, but realistically, it's not going to help you too much unless you need to reposition a fight. So say it's 50% helpful. Unleash the Beasts, the last one before you get into the last big trait that this weapon has. Let's see, we got Bestial Wrath increases damage you and your pet deal by an additional 2%. That's huge. I mean, your Bestial Rage should be on all time, and even if it's a 6%, that's an extra 6% damage every minute and 30 seconds. So that's huge. Hands down, another one of the really good ones. And then once again with the Master of Beast, that makes everything link up. That's a huge plus. Then last we got Surge of the Storm God. Passive. When you use multi-shot, Titanstrike has a chance to discharge an electric current at your pet's location, causing an explosion of electricity that deals 9,862 nature damage to all enemies. At your pet's location. So I wonder if that means it would go out twice when I use multi-shot, or if it would go out just once where the 2 pets are. That'd be my only criticism about that. If it went out twice, then it's going to be a lot of really good damage. And my second criticism would be, how often can this happen? It says when you multi-shot. So if I do multi-shot twice in a row, does that have the chance to proc twice? Or is it like once internal cooldown, then another one? That'd be something really good to know to figure out if you would like need to spread out your multi-shots or use them consistently back to back. Regardless, for a passive, something you don't have to activate, extra damage, really good. Once again, you got 2 pets on top of it. That's looking really good, really solid. By far the winner of all of that though is buffing up that second pet, being able to have him be affected by Bestial Rage, Beast Cleave, and dealing damage from kill command. Everything will benefit off of that and boost off of that. That's huge because your kill command does a lot. That's going to give an extra 34,000 damage to its target. So every 6 seconds, that's an extra 34,000 damage, which is huge at my level. Then you go into Being Them Beast Your Rage, which is an extra 35%, not counting what you get from the extra like 6% from these ones. Huge. And then the other one is Beast Cleave. So when you are AoEing and using your multi-shot, letting him be able to cleave as well, that's going to add your multi-shot, 2 pets, and then potentially that 3rd pet from Dire Beast, allowing them to cleave pretty much everything down. Stop slamming this. So definitely overall very strong kit. We'll see how well the DPS matches up to the other hunters, but from what it looks like, Titanstrike is really, really neat, and whether or not it turns into being a good item or a bad item in the long run, I think it's a really cool step for the Beastmaster, being able to have 2 passive pets out and kind of a 3rd on Dire Beast or multiple on Stampede. So I say a step in a really good direction for Beastmaster. I came back and it seemed a little bit weak compared to the other ones. So giving it that extra damage from the pet will definitely boost it up and hopefully even it out again, allowing it to be a viable raid spec again. But that's what I have for Beastmaster. Hopefully that helps out. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit of things with that quick review. I'll do another review once I hit 110 and figure out what they actually do full on, but those are just my first impressions. So once again, I hope that helps out. We will look and see a little bit more later on. I need to glamour this bow though, because I do not like the gun. But that's another story for another time. But for now, that's that for the review.